Hello and welcome to workout 5, where we'll be doing a warm-up, circuits, core and stretch. So first of all to that warm-up, and if you want to get the playlist even poised, ready to play, got a bit of Coldplay going on now. So shaking that body out, just letting out all that tension from the day, no doubt sitting down quite a lot, so this will just help to shake it all out. Okay, so eyes closed now, you're just going to do some light little bounces. Again, this will really help to release the tension in the shoulders if you keep your feet strong, core strong. Now just lifting alternate knees here. Just try to get that sense of pinging those feet up from off the ground. And then just swinging those arms nice and relaxed. Now reaching long, taking the arm back and the legs long, yeah, arms forward, leg back in one long straight line. There we go, switch sides. That's it. So both extend at the same time. That's what I was trying to say. Good, good, good. Keep the feet facing forward as well. Now into the middle and lovely twisty stretch here now. So just take your time to stand nice and wide and then twist across the body. Great stuff. Shoulders stay down and then switch sides. Just notice if there's a difference from one side to the other. Keep flowing, keep twisting. Fantastic. Okay, bit of balance now. So just starting off slowly, and you're just going to try and aim to get that top leg to 90 degrees, so parallel to the floor, and then faster kicks. Just focusing on a spot on the floor will help with that balance. You obviously can always hold on to the wall or something if you need as well. Nice, so just picking up that pace now with those kicks. And a bit more dynamic now, bringing that knee across the body, stretching out the spine, nice and bouncy as much as possible. Switch sides now. Lovely. Starting to get that heart rate up. Well done. Okay, now bending forward. Just going to walk those hands out. And now just stay in a box shape here now. And you're just going to walk the feet out, not all the way and then not all the way in. So yeah, it's just sort of like a restricted box walk. We'll call it that. Well done. And you should really feel the core activating as you do this, to try and keep that back nice and straight. Now this is quite advances. If you need to put that bottom knee down on the floor, you can do. Otherwise, just reaching opposite arm and leg forward and back, and then crunching in front of the body. Nice, nice, strong lines. Well done. And then into down dog, just stretching out the backs of those legs. Also into the back, into those shoulders. Good. And then you're going to scoop through either like that or just gracefully place yourself on the mat, and then looking over one shoulder and then the other. Nice. Back into child's pose. Just rocking from side to side and then rolling up through the spine and stretching those arms out to finish. So we're hopefully feeling nice and warm now. So as you'll see, we've got 3 sets, 45 seconds, 5 exercises. Okay, and you get 15 seconds between. Okay, so you're going to need a chair, TheraBand, dumbbell, one of the mini bands, and then a slightly lighter weight as well. These are just demonstrations here now of the 2 different options. So squatting and raising those heels on the left. Yeah, into a windscreen wiper, we call this here. So just bending the legs to make it more easier. Standing on that TheraBand now, and you're either going to lunge back or just hinge back and then drive that knee forward. So again, a bit of balance, but also just really working into those thighs. And then TheraBand fly to finish. Obviously, we'll do the lunge one on both sides. Okay, so getting ready then, guys. First one then is the squat with the calf raise, or just a calf raise with a press in front or a press overhead. Just always thinking about the position of that pelvis in particular, just making sure that it's nice and upright so that we can activate that core and those glutes. So just take your time if you're doing option 1 there, because it does require a bit of balance. But really good one for calf strength, quad strength. A bit more into the abs if you're doing option 2. Good start, guys. Okay, and 15-second recovery now. So the next one then is those windscreen wipers. Just be cautious here as you get towards the end of the motion, or the range of motion, because as those legs touch the floor, it's those first few degrees as you come back up. So off we go, where you can feel the most work needed to be done in like the oblique muscles, so like the abdominals at the side of the body. Actually, they're not abdominals, but muscles at the side of the body. Okay, keep going. Like I say, as bent or as straight as you need in those legs. Don't have to go all the way down. Just keep that control. Great one for spine mobility as well. Keep going. Oh, actually rest. So now this is the lunge one, where we lunge back, and then making sure you just take that band out in front of you as well. Okay, so band behind, band in front. Just by doing that front raise with the band, you'll notice it just kicks in that core a little bit more. Really trying to make sure that you're fully extended in the hip of that supporting leg as well. Lunging down and back if you're doing option 1, so that that front knee doesn't get too bent. And then obviously just making sure you keep that back nice and straight on both of those options. Keep going. Great work. Okay, so it's our bent over fly now. This is a really good one just for developing good chest posture. So you'll be nice and open in those lungs. Lovely. So the power obviously is as you take those arms apart, and then the control is on the way back down. So if it gets tough, actually just generally it's really good to get in the habit of breathing out when you do the effort, and then in that recovery phase. Keeping the torso as still as possible. Pushing that chest down towards the ground so that you can really ensure you have a nice open chest. Imagine you're trying to squeeze a pencil between those shoulder blades as well. Great work, guys. Last couple. And rest. Okay, so this is our final exercise now in the first set. As I say, we've got 3 sets of 5 exercises. And let's go. So just getting into a nice flow. Focusing on that spot just to help with balance as ever, but really just thinking about driving through that planted leg in the front. So not so much of a push off from the back leg, it's mainly just about activating that nice stable strong front leg. Shoulders stay down even as you lift those arms. If they can't stay down, just bend those arms a bit more so that you're not bringing as much tension into the shoulders. Keep going and rest. So have a minute's recovery now as I show you the next lot of demos. Obviously, step up here in option 1, just switching legs each time, or just toe touches for option 2. And then a sit up and press here, either with a heavy weight or a light weight, or if you struggled, you can just do it without any weight. And then band around the knees. This is a nice full body exercise here. And you're just going to pull the weight across the body. Obviously, option 1 and option 2 are the same here, because we normally do option 2 if you have bad knees, but you should be able to do that on both. But you can make it easier in option 2 just by not lifting the hip off the floor and not having a weight pulled across your body. And then, yeah, just squat to press or hinge to press. Okay, so ready guys, off we go. Either step ups, just make sure your chair is stable, or some nice light toe touches. But you'll just notice even with the step ups on option 1, there's a nice kind of little skip there at the top as you switch those legs, just fully extending those hips. And then shoulders stay nice and relaxed for option 2 and option 1. Just about finding that flow. Good, good. 10 seconds to go. Nearly there. Keep working. Excellent. Good stuff. Okay, so we're down into our sit up and press now. So as you take the weight over your head on this one, it's really important just to make sure there's no arching of the spine. Yes, it's a really good one just to make sure that you've got the right sort of shoulder mobility that's not going to impact on your lower back and cause you to arch whenever you're moving, because that's what prevents the core and the glutes from working. So good for mobility, good for core strength. Making sure that you're just placing yourself back down on the mat. Also be mindful of those knees, making sure that they're not knocking together. You want them to stay in line with the shoulders. Really good work now, guys. Just driving straight up and rest. Fantastic. Okie dokie. So band around those knees now, setting up nice and quick. An exercise in itself. And then, yeah, you'll probably find with this one, guys, that you can start off with quite good and big range of motion, but you soon start to tire in those glute med. But it's fine. Just do what you can. And then key thing here is to really push those hips forward as you lift the hips off the floor. You want to try and create as much as possible a straight line, shoulder, hips, and knee. This is a very advanced clam here now. Really good for runners, just to make sure that those glute med are nice and stable. And we're all runners, so it's good for everyone, even if you don't know it. Right, so remember which side you've done. Both sides will feel tired off that one though. And stepping on the band now, ready for the squat to press. Another full body one here. Okay, or the hinge to press. So it's more sort of a hinge to front raise actually. So just doing what you can with the length of your band and the strength of your bodies. But the same principles apply of knees in line with feet, back nice and straight, shoulders down, keeping that strong body alignment. Again, no arching in the spine, especially as you press up overhead. That's where it's tempting just to create that arch, but let's just really keep that power, that's, you know, that support around that middle source of power. Okay, so other side now. Last exercise in this group. Yeah, it's hard enough without a band as well, this one, but extra bang for your buck now, guys. Let's go. Keep going, keep going. Nice. Remembering to push those hips forward. Making sure that the head stays in line with the spine as well. Sometimes it can drop as you do side planks. You want to stay poised and composed throughout. Lifting and then slowly lowering down to the mat, making sure we're not collapsing. Just going with the range of motion that's still there. Lovely. Okay, and rest. So a minute now as you watch my demonstrations. 5 more exercises to go. It's a burpee to a get up. So I call this double trouble burpees. Lovely. And then band around your feet. This is a really nice one just to get those lower abdominals. They're as low or as high with those legs as you want. And then another lunge one, this time into an arabesque rather than a knee drive. So it's more about the hamstrings. Obviously still using the quad in the lunge. And then nice arm drive one here. Okay, so option 2, I didn't show you that in the demos there, but it's like a plank roll where you do a plank jack. So you can either step those feet out or jump them out. Really good one for the core, option 2 there. And then option 1 is just general all body strength, a little bit of cardio there as well. You can use your hands in the get up if you need. Yeah, some people struggle with getting the legs or the feet under the hips there, but yeah, doing what you need. Nearly there, guys. Well done. Okay, nice solid first exercise there. Right, band around the feet now, and then let's think of the lower back. You'll have to keep your feet a little bit wide on this just so that you can keep the band on the feet. You'll see what I mean as you do it. But just making sure that the knees don't knock in. Everything stays in a nice straight line. So option 2, legs can be a little bit higher. Option 1, keeping them as low as possible. Really good one to train your foot to stay in a nice active position here as well. That's with toes up towards the shins. Good stuff, last 10 seconds. Keep pushing, keep driving. Well done. And rest. Okay, so our lunge to arabesque now. Nice bit of balance again. Or simply just a step back into the arabesque. If you're doing option 1, notice how there's also a row there as well. And then a lat fly as you take those arms out. So you lunge and row, arabesque and lateral fly. With option 2, it's more of a front raise. Keep going, guys, 15 seconds. As ever, remembering which leg you've done. Checking in with that knee in option 1 to see if it's in line with the foot as you lunge down and back. Fantastic. And rest for 15 seconds. Okay, so we're doing our arm drive now before our final exercise, which is the lunge to arabesque on the other side, or the hinge to arabesque. Okay, driving those arms now. Nice upright chest. Might need to bend those knees if you have tight hamstrings at all. I don't often do runner's arms actions like this because I don't like to introduce tension into the shoulders. I think it's better to encourage relaxation. But this one, yeah, it's you can still do it while you're quite relaxed actually and controlled. You'll feel it in your core as well. Keep going. Proud chest. 2, 1, and rest. Okie dokie. Last one then. Right guys, let's finish it off then. Say finish it off. We've still got a core track, but finish this bit off. Okay, let's get that drive. Just focusing on that spot to help with the balance. Not uncommon for one side to be a little bit more unstable than the other. Hinging and lunging. Keep going. Just looking down at that knee. Is it dropping in or are we keeping it pushing out? Sometimes you have to forcefully push it out a little bit. Awesome. Okay, core now. I confess this is quite a tricky one in terms of coordination. So just get that playlist ready there as well. But just basically, don't worry if you can't follow along exactly. But we're going to do a suicide plank with some knee drives. Okay, so just in your own time, or if you can, in time to the track, then all the better. But otherwise, it's down, down, knee to the floor, up, up, knee to elbow, knee to elbow. And then this is single time. We're about to do it double time. But as I say, don't worry too much if you get a little bit lost in it. And just make sure you alternate the arm that you're leading with for the suicide plank to make it even harder. Now double time. Let's go for it. Down, down, knee, knee, up, up, drive, drive. Keep going. Nearly there now, guys. We do have a little bit of a stretch section after this where you're just going to do like a plank run. So it's not like horizontal running because you're not driving those knees forward. You're keeping long, which really, really gets that core. Pushing back now, quick stretch, like I say. Okay, now into a plank, lifting the leg up and then lifting it to the side. Go back and up and then back and side. Shoulders over elbows. Last couple. All right, now pushing the bum high up in the air. So this will get your lower abdominals as well, but it's also a lovely stretch. Now back down, scooping through, just going to stretch out that core. You've worked so hard. And then on to your bum. We're going to slowly roll back now, one vertebrae at a time. Good, 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 good. And then releasing. And now into back plank where you lift the leg up and then to the side. So you can do it with bent legs if you need, otherwise keeping them nice and straight. Up and side, up and side. Keep working. Well done, guys. Well done. And then this is called crab kicks. So keeping that bum fairly high if you can and just hopping from one foot to the other. You can just do a step and a step as well if you need. Otherwise, keep going. Last little bit. Yeah. Made it. Well done. Okay, definitely earned yourselves a stretch now, unless you wanted to go back through and do the workout again. But yeah, really important just to get that heart rate down now. Okay, ready for the next track, which is shade of yellow. I love this one. And just starting then on your front, we're going to do a reverse crucifix now. So that's where you take the leg up and over, and you should feel this really opening up that back shoulder and also just through the hip and into the spine. Just holding it there. You can move that top knee up and down a little bit if you need, or if you want, just to create a nice opening. Okay, and then just stretch the whole body long, rolling onto your back now. And then take the knees from side to side. So we're about to go up into a shoulder stand, but you can just keep your bum on the floor if you need as well. So just keep rocking, noticing any tightnesses one side to the other. Fabulous. Okay, lifting up those legs now, and you're just going to do a bicycle, riding your bike. Lovely. So just getting into those legs now, and then holding, reaching for those toes if you can. If you can't reach your toes, just whatever you can. Shins, knees, and just bend and straighten. Extra bit of stretch here now. And now rolling down, you're going to come back onto your front and you're going to stretch out and reverse crucifix the other way. Okay, so back shoulder nice and open, and then lifting that knee up and down, just little bobs if you find it helps with the opening. Fantastic. Breathing into the stretch. Rolling long again. This time feet together, knees out to the side. This is the frog stretch now. I'm quite tight in my hips here now, but important to keep them a bit loose. So good stretch here, guys. Hands on your knees, and then just kicking out those feet one at a time. You should feel that nice and deep into the hips. Okay, back up into our bike. Make the circles extra big now if the spirit moves you. Also, option, as I say, to have the bum on the floor, reaching for those toes, bending and straightening alternate legs. Really powerful stretch here now. Reaching over and then slowly back down through the spine. Then taking one knee in at a time. And well done. Awesome work there, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Fantastic. Solid workout.